Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Howard on Sports. My name is Howard. And tonight, I want to talk about when I was in the wrestling club in my high school. Now, I only lasted for about a month. And by the way, the wrestling club is not the same thing as the wrestling team. They're teaching you how to wrestle. If you're good enough, then you can be on the team. But this was just a club. About a month into it, I was having a practice and I started to complain that my back hurt. And I guess I was complaining a little bit too much. I didn't injure myself. It was just like, like whatever, complaining in that way. And the coach was like, you know what, get out. I come back in like 10 minutes. I'm tired of hearing you complain. Just go in the locker room. And I understand why he said it because, the complaining all the time is sort of bad for morale. The idea is to fight through if you're legitimately injured, that's different. But if you just have a few aches and pains, the idea is to just keep fighting on. And, the coach doesn't want people to complain. So I understand that. At the time, I was irritated by him doing that. And instead of coming back in 10 minutes, I just went home and I never came back. And I sort of regret it. Now, ultimately, I don't know if I really would have made the wrestling team. I may have. Or if I would have been good at it. I have no idea. But I didn't give myself the chance. I was angry at the coach. I was being thin-skinned. I didn't enjoy the criticism. And I said, this is just not worth it. It's not for me. And that's fine. Maybe it wasn't for me. But again, I didn't give myself the chance. I only stayed for about a month. And that's not long enough. And honestly, it's a bad personality trait that I have, even as an adult. When something seems really difficult, unless I have no choice and I have to do it, I tend to not want to do it. I tend to kind of go for like the smoothest path. But, sometimes in life you do have to step outside your comfort zone and deal with some stuff that you don't like in the moment. But in the end, it builds character and you get something out of it. So maybe I should not have quit the wrestling club. Certainly, I shouldn't have quit in the way that I did. I should have spoken to the coach, man to man, and said, listen, I just don't think this is for me, but, I appreciate the time you've given me, and, thank you, and have a nice life. But I didn't do that. I was cowardly. I just, I didn't like what he said to me. Instead of coming back in 10 minutes, I never came back. So that is kind of a regret of mine. So I guess that's the point of this video. Like sometimes in life, things are difficult and you just have to make the decision. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to do it. But, sometimes if you stick with something, in the end, it does pay off. And look, if I could go back in a time machine, I would have given it a little more time. Who knows? Maybe I would have been the world wrestling champion of the world. But I doubt it.